Hey YouTube, this is one and only GI Nerd Commander here with a review of Pursuit of Cobra Wave 3 Conrad Duke Hauser. I guess kind of the first thing interesting to note is that the base does actually say Conrad Duke Hauser instead of just Duke, or as he likes to be called in college by his college buddies, the Big Duker. But that's neither here nor there. So let's get into this figure real quick. Like I said, just standard stand. I just thought it was kind of odd that they went with the Conrad Duke. And of course, just like Snake Eyes, they had to go with another Duke. They couldn't have picked any other character. Not Flint, not Hawk, not anyone, which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? You don't run Hasbro. You can't tell them what to do. They'll tell you what to do. In fact, they probably already do. Right, Dookie? That's right, boss. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, I wasn't really too excited about this figure when I first saw him, but of course I had to pick him up anyway. And I'm actually glad I did. The figure itself actually does look pretty cool. I'm going to take this and set it to the side real quick. Mine did, of course, come with loose legs, but everything else is pretty solid. It looks like they did a little bit of work with the knee back here, making it a little bit more solid, which is cool. The elbow, I was really kind of impressed with this, is that it looks like they kind of stepped it up a notch again and made the elbow even more smooth, flowing with the figure. Feels really natural and seamless. Also, the color application on the figure is really pretty nice. Has a little bit of wear on the chest armor. Cool little star thing there. Little pouches. Pants look good. Shirt looks good. The gloves look really tight on his hands, which I like. It just looks cool. So I hate to deviate away from the figure, but do you know any middle-aged men that have hair like Duke? You know, the incredibly blonde. So I really wish they would stop making Duke figures. I know I've said that before, but they can move on now, can't they? Please, just for a few waves. Go 3 waves without one. And a Snake Eyes, but that's just me. So there's Duke. He kind of reminds me of the Marine from Doom. So I mean, he actually does look pretty cool. I will admit that. Not a big fan of the character, but he does look pretty cool. So let's just kind of set him back there for a second and take a look at some of the kind of odder weapons that he comes with. This almost looks like a Terminator style machine gun with a giant peg on the side. Giant peg, but really small barrels. So that's kind of odd. This one, which I'm pretty sure is the plasma. Hold on one second, let me take a look. Yeah, it says he comes with no shoulder mounted dual plasma cannon. Okay. So I guess since the other, it says dual on this card, I thought this was a plasma cannon. But maybe it's some kind of, it's a rocket launcher without rockets, which brings us to the plasma cannon that has rockets. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll take a look at this bad boy anyway. It does kind of remind me of the old, I believe it was called the Laser Viper, sometime in the early 90s, maybe even late 80s, that came with the dual gun backpack. So, it does look a lot like that and remind you of it. Not really a big fan of the purple coloring, first off, and it looks silly, and it's a pain in the ass. I don't quite understand. The missiles do come out, but if you make the mistake of getting one out, it's gonna be a while before you can get it back in there, especially without knocking out some other ones. So let's try to throw us on his back real quick. Doesn't really raise up. Also, doesn't really. Okay, well, I was gonna get into this a little bit later, but as you can see, it actually is in quite a few different parts, which we will get into in a second after we throw it on his back here. So we will slide it might be because it looks almost like mine's bent on the top here, but it does not really like to stay on him too well. But there's the big Duker with his dual, it's either dual plasma cannon or dual missile launcher. I'm gonna go with missile launcher for this one. Kind of a shame that it doesn't come with a helmet, especially if there's something this close to your face firing, wouldn't you want some form of, at least maybe some ear protection? Maybe he has a little earbuds shoved in there. We don't know. But like I said, these do come out, and they are really hard to get back in. So that was kind of a disappointment. This comes out. The hose attachment can come out, and these side pieces, which I'm still pretty confused as to why they would come out. No, maybe I guess it would be this side. So then you can have him with just the backpack. It doesn't really fit. I mean, look at the spacing. Look at that. How you can see that through there. It's almost a centimeter. A couple centimeters. It's 1 billion centimeters. It's 1,010 million trillion. So you can kind of put it on his shoulder here, I think, because it has a rest. But then I don't know. I thought that this is supposed to be the firing mechanism, so maybe that's just for storage. He could keep it stored there. Let's try it on the alternative one here. Yeah, there's a handle, but I don't know why I'd have a rest up there. I don't know. It looks more like it should be placed in his hand like this. But then why is there a big peg here? There's a huge peg right here, and then there's also a hole right here. You could plug one of these into it, because this would make more sense, right? Yeah, just go with it. Well, I have no idea what's going on with this figure. So that looks kind of cool. There's also this one. Well, this makes more sense, because that way he can be firing, and then when this runs out of ammunition, he can just go like that, because that would make sense. Right? No. So let's try to get this out real quick. Yeah, we'll put that. I'm not sure if it's just supposed to be for storage. Is it just so you can kind of hold on to it? And both these pieces come out. Alright, I think we're done with the accessories. We are really done with those. But all in all, the figure itself does look really cool. So no complaints about the figure. The accessories themselves, the weapons, are really not cool. This has to be a rocket launcher. It looks like it launches those looks like a German grenade. Well, it also kind of looks like something else too, but again, enough complaints. We'll just leave it at that. So, kind of in a imaginative figure, but I think it definitely missed its mark as far as the weapons and accessories go. It does look cool though, so I would actually recommend still maybe picking him up. You probably just do a quick head swap, and he looked pretty cool, and he really is a pretty decent figure in himself. So with all that said, this has been the one and only GI Nerd Commander. Thank you for watching, and there's the Big Duker.